I missed the last part of the stream last week, so I don't know where you guys are.
No worries.
In the temple.
Currently, we are enclosed inside of a room that we blockaded off to protect us from any potential skeletons or anything really. After we fed a snake some of Bobby's blood.
Good to know.
Snake that is apparently unable to be damaged by any of the weapons we currently have.
Well, I'll have you know I'm a conjurer, good sir. Who am I looking at? Who's looking at me? Oh, it looks like Brennan. And there is somebody else staring at me. That would be Joe.
I am currently in the room.
I'm getting some funky looking stuff so far.
Does it still say loading map for you?
No.
Okay, so what you are, I see you right here. You got the same thing that happened to me. You were stuck under the floor. So back up. Keep backing up. I can see you. So okay, so you're backing up. So go right. Yeah, now just go right. Don't back up at all. Just right. There you go. Here you come. Okay, keep coming. And now press spacebar and look left, and you'll see the start area. You and I both spawned underneath the floor.
Okay.
There he is.
If I can't come up.
Did you hit the spacebar?
Yeah, it's not moving me up though. Yeah, it looks like there's still two other people maybe underneath. Well, I'm not going down or up. I can look left and right. I can go forward and back. I can use the free look.
I don't see you anywhere.
No, I'm way out in the darkness now.
I saw him go way out in the darkness.
Well, I can't go up or down. Let me come forward, maybe.
Joe, can you turn on the light just to get him?
Oh, there he is.
No, it still won't let me come up.
No, turning on the light's just going to lag us out even more. So, Ty, what you can do now is let me check and see what number the strategy view would be useful at. Okay, so not 27. Ty, if you go into settings and type in 35 where it says 27, and then click on change to strategy view, that should raise you up enough to at least get into the temple.
Yep, that's just about first-person view. It's 35. It's almost the exact same height for the first floor, of course.
The broadcast you are viewing is using alpha material from Revolution Virtual Playspace.
Okay.
Yeah, and that number can be adjusted at any point, Ty. So if you want to be a little higher.
It's still not letting me move up my camera up or down.
Yes, that is what strategy view does. Now, if you click strategy view off, it should return control. It should return vertical control.
You're right, it does.
Yeah, so what probably happened is you had strategy view on for some reason. It was just locking your vertical.
Earlier, okay.
Yeah.
Is it an issue When I go back to first-person view, it drops me back below the floor again. Does that matter?
Well, just sure you are hovering above the floor when you click.
Okay.
Yeah, because then yeah, that will be an issue.
Okay.
If everyone could proceed to the room to the right.
Yeah, we're just making sure Ty's all set to go here, and then I'm gonna have to follow one of you guys in anyway, because yeah, I don't know where you're at. The last thing I saw was when you flipped open the rug in one of the side rooms, and a skeleton popped out.
We're in the right side room, and you'll see tokens being dropped. Someone just dropped a shark, it looks like.
I'm trying to load up my character sheet, but for some reason it's not.
Yeah, I just want to get Ty in the building and get him moving.
He's coming. I see him coming.
All right, there it is.
Right.
Ty, move a little bit faster in the free fly mode. You can hold shift down and it kind of sprints. So that'll help you go a little faster.
I am hitting shift, believe me.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
In honor of May the 4th, we have Han Solo on the board now.
Can I get this door to open? I can't get through it. Hold on, I got it, I think.
Yeah, I was just opening and closing it for you. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Did you get through?
I believe so. Yes. We're in the room on the right, correct?
Yep, you'll see a bunch of eyeballs and tokens and stuff.
Can anyone delete that shark thing?
Did you create it?
No.
That's a shark.
And then I only clicked one mini, and that was it. This guy right here, the one that has my name above it.
Well, then it's
Whoever
either
created
Brennan
those
or
has to
Joe.
delete them.
I did not.
It was not me.
Well, somebody's fibbing. Whoever.
Are we in the library or the beds room?
All right, apparently I can move them, so how do I delete them?
X.
So you have to click on it and select it, and you actually have to hold the left mouse button down and then hit the X button.
Yeah, just like you're moving him, except instead of moving him, just press X. And he'll go away.
If you pick him up and you start to move him around so you know you have him selected, then just hit the X button. Sorry, Ty, we're not in the library. We're in the room back.
He found us.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's peeping. I see him.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing anyone else in there, though.
Well, usually what that means is you've desynced, and just all that means is you lagged out, kind of, and you're still in the game, and we can see you move around and see the things you do, but you can't see us. Like you just spawned your monk. I see that,
Yes.
but you probably don't see any of our guys, do you?
Nope.
That's okay.
No.
We can explain it to you.
Yep. We'll do it like chess: forward 5, left 3.
Just say who you're following.
Yeah, just say who you're following. That works really well, actually.
Can I sign out and back in, or is that going to mess things
No.
up?
You will actually lose the game entirely.
Yeah, well, yeah, we would have to restart the game.
Okay.
Has everyone got their character spawned and their names typed out?
I just loaded my character sheet up, so.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so you guys barricaded up this door up on the top here. When you guys went to bed, you wake up in the morning and you find a couple of pieces of furniture moved and a note on the bed from Bobby saying that he left to go back to the village to check on his children. And you also notice a strange person in robes with a staff standing in the open doorway. Killith, how did you come to be here?
Hello. Well, I have been trailing you guys, and I noticed you stumbled across this temple, and I've been following you secretly, but I see you're down a man, and I thought I would offer my assistance.
What do you guys say to that?
I say, did Bobby happen to leave any bread with him? Or with us?
Just 2 loaves.
Somebody should put these to good use.
I vote for breakfast.
I vote for killing undead with them.
I second that vote.
Talus will welcome our newcomer, and I say we use the bread for food, because we don't know how long we're going to be here, and we have other ways of killing undead.
So we're split 50-50.
So you guys eat one of the loaves then instead of both?
Sounds like a fair trade.
All right, when you guys are ready and you've eaten your breakfast, you can head out. Since we're not in combat, feel free to move a couple of squares and just let us know what you're doing.
I will try to take everybody to where the zombies attacked me from. And I'll say, hey, there were some zombies in the kitchen over here. I don't know what else might be in there, but they were pretty scary.
Talus is moving out the library to make sure there's nothing immediately out there.
Killith is just following and taking it all in. With a smug look on his face.
Smug?
Smug.
Why smug?
Killith seems rather condescending.
Then we'll heal you last.
Talus, how much HP do you have?
I should be at full now. If we've rested
Make sure
overnight.
you guys are following trouble.
Well, it's only if
I
they want to.
lost
I just
where
say,
you
hey,
went
come
to.
over this way. Then I headed out the door.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know which door. I don't know where you guys are headed.
Straight
to.
ahead.
You actually
The
see
other,
me
the
straight
opposite
ahead,
side of the room.
Talus, but actually I went out the door to your left. But as the door straight ahead opens up, you see me standing in front of another door. And there should be just continue out that door, Talus, and there should be another door on the right.
And before we go into the room that Treble wants to go into, I use Detect Evil.
Like on the door, you're trying to see if there's anything coming from beyond it?
Yep.
All right, so you do not detect any evil.
It feels fine in here.
I Can you describe to me or give me an indication of what Detect Evil sounds like or looks like?
Upon placing my hands on the door, they begin to emit a bright white light.
Do you say anything or do I hear anything?
No, it's just all mental.
After the light subsides, I stand back and I clap my hands and I say, "That was very impressive performance. I give you 2 thumbs up," and I hold 2 thumbs up.
And after you give his thumbs up, I walk up to the door and I kind of look at Stride and I say, "Are you sure you've actually checked properly? Why don't you let a real wizard check?" And I'm going to cast Detect Magic on the door.
You get some faint auras from beyond the door, but nothing from the door itself.
So I look back at the other guys and I say, just as I suspected, there is something in here, and my friend Stryden has failed to detect it. What it is, I can't tell.
All I was detecting for was evil.
Well, there were evil things in there. They were very evil, and they ran after me.
Do you guys go
But they
into the
appear to
room
be
then?
gone. I'm gonna head in, being trying for the mage trying to show me up.
Is Talus in the right spot?
Yes, he's perfect.
Absolutely, Talus. If you did the door open for you, or can you open the
Yes.
door? Okay, yeah, just head through. That's where we're going.
And after we get in, I'm going to slightly shut the door behind me, but I'm going to make sure that it shuts in a way that it does not lock. Just kind of hangs ajar.
How heavy's the jar that you hang?
I would say a good foot open, but so it's not wide open, but it's
Gotcha. Okay, so taking some precaution. All right, so
Yes.
what you see in the room is a bunch of dead bodies over in the northern part of the room. Bench-style seating in a cafeteria, and a couple of tables set up for people to eat at, apparently the inhabitants of this temple.
And I want to inform our newcomer that whenever he is within 20 feet of my monk, he suddenly sort of a feeling of calm will come over you. Even a feeling of kind of like non-violence, like don't want to fight or anything like that. Not that you're passive and not that you can't defend yourself, but so in case he wants to avoid me or isn't worried about it or whatever, just so that he knows this.
And as you explain that, after you're done explaining it, I say, and if you're in the range of my voice while I'm singing or performing, everything that you do will be much better and more powerful.
Well, in response to understanding all of this that I take in, I feel kind of like magnetic repulsion from Talus, and I can't stand being near him. And if I'm near him, there's just something about it that makes me mad and want to punch the bard in the face.
No, believe me, it's got nothing to do with my aura.
And I also tip in, as long as you're staying within 10 feet of me, you'll feel no fear.
Except with the bard.
As Talus runs up to the dead bodies in the far portion of the kitchen, I say, "The zombies, they came from there." And I kind of stand far away.
If the dead are not standing up to attack, one Talus will look them over to make sure that they are indeed dead and not just wounded. He's guessing they've probably been here a while, though. And then he will start looking around at the food supplies to see if there's anything that's salvageable, that's like dry goods or something we could make use of if we had to.
Before Talus goes over there, I'm going to say, Talus, be sure to take heed that I felt strange magical auras coming from over there, and be aware that there could be a magical trap, not necessarily of an evil nature, but a magical trap.
Okay.
And since I see spoons hanging on the wall, I begin to wonder if it's the spoon from my box.
Tell us about that again. What did you find?
Upon looking inside the box, there was a mirror-like object with a figurine on top that had the engraving, "Where's my spoon?"
Okay.
And then I also found a note in a closet that repeatedly said, "Where's my spoon? Where's my spoon? Where's my spoon?" and etc.
So you're on the lookout for some kind of magical spoon.
Yes.
All right. Keep your eyes open. See if you can find one. Is anyone besides Talus approaching the bodies? I know Striden's up in that area. Excuse me.
Like I said, I'm gonna go over by the spoons and admire them, see if I can figure out if it's one of them.
I'm actually hunkered down behind the first line of tables, and I kind of peek my head over the table and I say, "Talus, is it safe?"
As far as I can tell, it seems to be.
Excellent. I I walk around the first set of tables, and now I'm behind the second set of tables. And I kind of hunker down again.
Killeth is standing back, wary of them investigating without having first really inspected.
As you guys are walking around the bodies and searching through things, the body that's laying on the butcher's block, the mouth opens and says, "Where is my spoon?" "Return my spoon or we will kill you."
Who was that? Who spoke?
I believe it was the body next to me. It wants to know
they're
where.
coming alive. Trouble actually runs out of the room again and back into the library.
I swear, if I didn't take an oath for good, I would kill that bard.
Believe me, I thought of it and it would break like 20 vows I've made.
So-
I'm going to ask Killeth come over and see if he can detect anything in my area around the spoons for that aura.
Well, Talus will walk around to with a fist raised to the head of the guy that just spoke, and we'll look down and say, "Well, we need to know which spoon it is and where to take it."
"It's the one that's missing. Return it to the altar."
Well, I'm going to ask a stupid question then. Where was the last place you saw the spoon?
With my other spoons.
Where? Like the ones hanging on the wall over here?
Exactly like those. If you count the hanging spoons and the non-hanging spoons, you will notice a spoon is missing. Find it and gain access to the secrets of the temple, or you will die here.
Is it still within this room?
There's no response.
All right, Killeth walks up, kind of strides up to the corpse there on the altar, and I place my hand on the corpse's face, and I say, "Go to hell, you filthy, rotten piece of shit," and I cast a magic missile in his face.
All right, the spell goes off, and the head just kind of falls off of the body, and it reorientates itself using its jaw muscles and says, "You have chosen poorly." And the bodies on the ground begin to animate themselves. And we got to drop some zombies in here just a moment.
While you guys were talking, Treble actually, since nobody was actually coming back after him, he came back to the doorway and poked his head back in to see what everybody's doing. So he saw a magic missile go off.
I can see you. I can see your arm back there.
Talus will say, "Oh, Treble, there's more books in here.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
They're over here by the undead."
And he starts running in.
Oh, good
That's
Lord.
one messed up zombie.
I certainly hope you did not mean us a demon.
No, trying to deal with it right now.
And I'm going to say, did you really have to upset him?
And then Killeth, upon realizing that he had made kind of a silly mistake, says, "I'm sorry, I didn't think that this would happen, but we have to deal with it now."
You're kind of new to all this, aren't you?
I've been studying with my master for so long, I've never actually been in combat, so I've never had a chance to really use my skills.
The face speaks to you. "You will have a chance now, you fool."
Alice will point where the big kettle is. It looks like it's got a fire underneath it. And he will point to the side where the books are and say, "Look, Treble, the zombies are going to get the books."
I run over to the books.
While he's
And I
running,
say, over my dead body, not theirs.
while he's running, Killeth is going to cast Shield.
Okay, let's have everyone roll for initiative now.
What do I roll for initiative?
Just a d20, and then
D20.
add your dex modifier.
My mod. Wow.
I got a 3.
Yeah, I got a 9.
I rolled a 10 plus 2 is 12.
All right, I rolled for the zombies host, and I got 13, 11, 20, and 10. Over.
Alice got an 11.
What are the zombies again?
From highest to lowest, 20, 13, 11, 10.
So Talus is the only one that's going to get to attack first.
Talus, what were you?
11. And
I
I
had a
can't
12.
and I can't see any of the zombies.
No worries, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
Based on where you are, if you go 2 towards Killeth and then 1 to the left, that's where the first zombie is.
I can't see Killeth either, though.
If you
He's
move,
directly
if you move
to your
past
left.
the chopping block 1 square, there's 1 to the south and 1 to the west.
And also, Tyad, I'm sorry to, but
1 more forward and 1 left.
I don't know if you have a tablet or anything like that you can pull the Twitch stream up on, but you could kind of get a better visual there too.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I could maybe do my Kindle. Okay.
Yeah, it might be a little bit delayed, but you would actually be able to see some of the positioning as we get into things.
Well, yeah, he'd also just be able to see the zombies, where they're located.
Yep.
All right, so
I'm
the zombie who got a 20 is right in front of Talus, apparently. So he's going to go ahead and make an attack against Talus. He's got to roll a higher than an 18 will save before he can do that, though, to get past the calming aura.
That's true. And what's he attacking me with? Just his hands?
Yeah, he's just trying to either pick you up and throw you or just slam into you. And he does not pass his will save, so he's a happy little zombie.
Stridon, what was your initiative? Sorry.
Mine was a 3.
All right.
Mine was 9.
Yep, I think I have the initiative in the correct order, so it's zombie 2.
Yep, zombie 2's turn. One moment. Going to go ahead and slam into treble here. (26) against AC. I gotta roll will. Hold on.
Is that the will? Is that against the will save?
19 against the will. 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Rolling for damage. He picks you up and slams your body down on top of the stack of wood behind you, throwing wood about the room, and you take 13 points of damage.
Excellent.
All right, that would be treble.
Well, seeing as how I've gotten smashed and not feeling very well, I believe I'm going to heal myself.
As Trouble heals himself, I apologize for blowing the head off of the zombie.
I gain 9 back. And I say, I can't do very much while I'm not feeling very well to help out people.
And I say, stand behind me then, Treble.
You're probably going to have to get it off of me.
Yeah, if he
zombie
moves.
3's turn.
Yeah, if he moves, he's going to provoke an attack. He stands up on the block and he's going to try to do a full body slam, launching onto you, off the top rope kind of maneuver.
Me?
Yeah, fortunately
Me
for
or
you.
Killeth?
Yeah, so he tries to hit you. Against Calming Aura, he fails, so he actually jumps off and decides to not hit you, so he just lands behind you harmlessly. That would be Talus.
Okay, the guy in front of me, I will give him 2 punches. The first one is a 13 and the other one's a 9.
Both of those will miss, actually. You said 13 and 9,
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
All right, then it is going to be the last zombie's turn. He fails to get past your calming aura. He just stands by you and waves harmlessly.
Well, good for him.
I believe that's Killeth next.
Okay, so Killeth is going to take a step forward, and let me switch to strategy view here. He's going to step forward, and I have shield activated, so I've got +4 to my AC, but also I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead on this zombie. And I have to make a ranged touch attack to hit, so I don't know what I have to roll for that.
Just roll. I'll tell you if you hit. Let me know what your number is.
Okay, do I get to add my int bonus or anything like that?
It's your dex bonus because it's range touch.
Okay, so 3. Critical. But it's a spell, so it just hits, I guess.
That's a 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
Yep.
All right. So actually, in the world that you are in, the magic is very prevalent, and you do critical with spells. So your spell goes off, amplified, and all of the damage output of the spell is doubled in this instant. The effect actually varies, but in this case, it'll be doubled. So whatever the normal damage is, just roll twice as many dice and let me know your total.
Okay, the normal damage is 1d6. So would it actually be 2d6, or would I roll
Yeah.
1d6 and double
Nope, 2d6.
it? Okay, here we go. So that would be 8.
Awesome. So you deal 8 damage with your spell. And then I believe you add your intelligence mod as bonus damage for that one.
Oh, well then my intelligence mod is 4, so that would be 12 damage.
Nice job. And the effect is... let me see. I don't think
here,
I can...
I'll read it.
No.
You direct a ray of positive energy. You must make a ranged touch attack to hit, and if the ray hits an undead creature, it deals 1d6 points of damage to it. It's just a ray.
Perfect.
Spell.
Host, would you clear off Zombie 2?
You dropped them, actually. You clear them.
That's right. I forgot I can do that from last week. Hold on.
Yep.
Good job. Killeth
So
proving his worth
I
to
point
the
my
party.
hand at him, and my hand lights up, and I fire off a ray, and he just explodes, and bits fly all over Trebleclef Base and Talus, and I kind of smirk.
Nice. Let's see. Which one was that? That was Zombie 2, right?
Correct.
We'll remove him from the list here, and that means that it is now Striden's turn. Go ahead, Striden.
Seeing as how this guy attempted to jump onto me, but in fact ended up past me, I'm going to assume that he's facing away from me.
Yeah, for a moment, but I mean, it's your turn, so he's still facing away.
All right, I am going to attack and attempt to shove my sword straight through the back of his neck. Uh, 14.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
And that is 7.
You definitely hurt him. You took some chunks out of his remaining flesh, but he's still upright.
All right.
Back to Zombie 1. Uh, 19 against your aura, but that doesn't mean anything because he misses you. Well, he doesn't miss. He slaps you, but it doesn't hurt. It deals no damage. Now we go on to the second zombie who's dead, and then we go to Treble again.
Now that Treble is freed up, he takes Striden's advice and moves behind him. and breaks into song.
What does that sound like?
Fighting in the morning, fighting in the morning. I really don't like fighting in the morning.
And that gives us all, what, a -1 depression roll?
No, it gives you a +1 to hit and damage rolls.
If it puts you farther into depression, wouldn't it give you a +1 to depression?
And it might be.
Treble, did you actually move behind Stridon then?
Yep, I moved. I'm right next to the butcher block there.
Okay.
Trying to set up so if I can do a 5-foot step in either direction, I might be able to get a double attack maybe next turn.
Nice.
Just trying to set it up that way.
After Treble, we've got the third zombie. Here he comes. He turns around behind Stridon, and he's going to attempt to throw him into the preparation counter near the burning kettle. I need you to make an opposed strength on that one, Stridon. You have to beat a... Well, just roll and I'll tell you if you beat it or not.
Sorry, 14.
Yeah, he throws you into the wall.
Actually, 60.
That's okay. He still picks you up and throws you into the wall. So if you would move your character up onto that counter to your right.
This one?
Yeah, the one on the right by the kettle there where the 2 spoons are lying there. And then I need you to roll me a spot check.
Roll one.
Was that thunder?
I missed what you said for a roll.
I need you to roll a spot check, please.
$17.
All right. On the ground behind the counter you lie on, you notice a spoon wedged deep down near the ground. You don't know if your arm will be long enough to reach it, but that's hardly the time to be thinking about that right now. Up next, we have Talus again.
All right, I will throw 2 more punches at the guy that's in front of me, I guess, the one on the right. Jesus Christ. I got a 9 and an 8, and one of those is a natural 1.
You actually spin around on the one you got a 1 on. You spin around and you punch Killeth in the face.
Crap.
I need you to roll. I need you to roll a d6 for damage on that one.
Oh.
Okay. That's 7 points of damage.
Oh. Alright, so.
Killeth, you just get lit
Can everybody
up.
still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I only asked because my game's lagging pretty bad, so. Did everybody see my hit points change?
I didn't check,
Yep.
so.
Okay, cool.
And Talus will point at him and say, "That's for looking smug." And then I'll turn back to the zombies.
Nice.
And I'll
Alright.
say that's for blasting out the
Okay,
zombie's
but
head.
in case it comes up, that 7 points is non-lethal damage.
Subduing.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
subdual damage. Yeah.
All right. I rub my chin and I look at you and I just kind of smile and say touche.
All right, it's the fourth zombie here, the one just to the south of Talus. He's going to go ahead and try to pick Talus up and slam him onto the stone butcher's block behind him.
So,
I need
strength
to make
roll.
opposed strength on that one, yep.
That's a 7.
Yeah, he picks you up and cracks your back along the chopping block behind you. You take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Up next is Killeth again.
Okay. So I'm not actually engaged right now, right? So I'm free to take a step forward.
I wouldn't gonna go forward necessarily. That'll put you behind Talus, and then that zombie there will be able to get an attack of opportunity on you. But you can move to the right or back or whatever.
Am I considered adjacent to zombie 4 right now?
No, but if you move forward one towards treble, or not towards treble, if you move south one and you're even with Talus, you would be considered adjacent, and that would give him an AOO.
Apparently my guy does not want to move very well right now. I never normally have this kind of lag. Let me check and make sure I don't have anything. I got Dropbox up still. Hold on. Okay, where am I? So I'm trying to. I want to move so I'm adjacent to a zombie, and but not, getting a parting shot or anything, or an attack of opportunity or whatever. I just want to move adjacent so I can cast a spell.
Yeah, if you
Well,
move down into the right one, like angular movement towards where treble used to be by the woodpile there, you can cast a spell without hitting anyone if that's what you need to be. Or does the spell you're trying to cast say adjacent?
Oh, I thought it did. It says a range of 25 feet.
Yeah, you don't
Plus-
need to be adjacent for that. You just need to have line of sight, what you do to the one south of Talus.
Okay, so I'm going to. I cannot figure out why I can't move my guy right now. He's just kind of chilling.
No worries, you
Not
can just tell
moving.
me where you're
Um, yeah, I've never actually had that happen before, but I want to cast. I want to take a step back where this book is, and where these plates in this book is, and I want to target Zombie 4 with flare.
Okay. And then if you want to describe what that looks like and then what it does.
Okay, it's a cantrip, and it creates a burst of light. If you cause the light to burst directly in front of a single, unless it makes a successful fortitude save. Sightless creatures, as well as creatures already dazzled, are not affected by flare. So, yeah, I want to just let off this big flare in front of the zombie and kind of daze him.
Okay. Sounds good. You don't even need to really
do I
roll
have to
for
roll
that
for
unless
it?
you want to.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I hold my hand out, and a big old flare of white light comes out of my hand and bursts right in front of Zombie 4.
All right. He is definitely affected by it. Let's see. That would be Stridon.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, climb off this counter and go duke it out with the zombie here again. I'm going to use my sword and my spike shield. So I'm going to slash at him with the sword, kind of like a angled slash, and then just, punch my shield forward right in towards him. So that's a 24. And that's 18.
Definitely hits.
No. That's actually, I think, it's -2 for the offhand.
Yeah, it's still a hit. I know what the total will be. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
So that's a, hang on a second. That is 4 because of am I within range of Treble's song?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a 4, and then that one is a 2. So 6.
Okay, he has fallen. Nice job. That would bring us to, let's see, Zombie 1.
And since I'm not preoccupied with...
He misses on his attacks, Talus. Then Zombie 2 goes against you, but he's dead. Treble, you're up.
Seeing Killith throw a flare at Zombie 4, guessing that it's at least affected eyesight, I'll move over to it and I'll melee. I have to grab my stats. Alright, roll the hit. Main hand is a 21. Offhand is a 20.
Nice.
Hit and hit. Describe the attack and roll for damage.
So I do the main hand actually skewers the stomach, and the offhand actually tries to slice at the throat, trying to decapitate. And the first damage is 8. Second damage is 5.
Looks like it worked.
Excellent.
You see the head on the floor behind Killith roll towards the zombie that you just killed. And he says, "Enough, enough. We surrender."
I sheath my swords and I look at Talus with kind of my eyebrow raised.
The head begins. The head begins to like try to sit itself on the shoulders of the body of the zombie, and the body kind of sits up, and the head's rocking loosely. And he asks you if you'd be willing to stitch the head onto the body for him.
And I say, "Be you evil."
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters. Is the one zombie still on top of Talus holding him down, or?
No, they just dropped to the ground as soon as he said we surrendered.
Okay.
So he asks if, again, will you help sew my head back on?
Talus will say, sure, I'll do it. And he will try to pick up the head.
Okay.
And then he will cast Cure Light Wounds on it.
Stop, that hurts. Don't do that again.
He does 5 points of damage to it, I guess you'd say.
Healing
Yes.
damage.
Yes, exactly. He tells you that he's in great pain. Why would you do that? He thought you said you were going to help him. You're such a mean-spirited person.
I'll cast it again and do 7 points of damage to it.
He says, enough, enough. You said you would help heal my head. Please, stitch it back on. Stop hurting me. Don't you have the ability
I
to
do.
inflict some damage to me?
I'll just walk over and toss the head into one of the cooking fires.
The head begins to scream furiously, my spoon! My spoon! I was the cook here for hundreds of years! You fools!
And
then,
Trouble finishes up the song. And now we're cooking you.
Anyone near the pot right now? Who's all near the pot on the stove? Do not move your characters. I'm looking.
I guess me, Killeth, and
I'm kind of
Trouble
standing
are
right
close.
next to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all
If you're
somewhat
within,
close.
if you're within 10 feet,
I'm not.
you take 6 damage each
Uh-oh.
as the pot
I
explodes.
think Killeth is the only one close enough.
What happens? The head explodes?
The head in the pot explodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that subduing damage?
Nope, that's
No,
definitely painful, hurting, burn you damage.
Alright, well, I'm dead.
You're not dead. What's your total hit points?
-1.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, you just collapse to the ground when the scalding hot hot liquid bursts out of the pot and shrapnel pierces your skin.
And I'm going to quickly run over and use Lay on Hands and heal him for 4.
Okay.
Alright,
And I'll put a Cure Light Wounds on him for 8.
Hey, that puts you up to 11. Positive 11.
And I'll offer him a red mushroom. No,
as
seriously.
I choke on all of the nasty crap that came out of that pot, I see you offering the red mushroom and I almost vomit again. And I say, I know what those do. Keep it away from me.
What do they do?
They turn you red, and I don't feel like being red right now.
Well, they turn you red, but they also heal you.
They make you feel really good. I had
give me
2 of
that,
them.
and I chew it.
All right, so your skin's got a light red tint to it now, but you do get +1 to your attacks.
And then I suddenly remember, hey, there's a spoon hidden behind this counter.
So you lay down on the counter and see if you can reach your arm down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my sword at the same time to kind of pull it up with my hand, too.
So you're trying to wedge the spoon against the wall with your sword and lift it up, or what?
Yes, and pull it up. Yeah.
Okay, all right. After a few fails and dropping the spoon, you manage to have enough control and dexterity in your motions to wiggle the spoon up. Anything else that you're doing with the spoon?
I think I found the spoon. Look, can you see if there's anything special, enchantment-wise, on it?
I just kind of laugh at the irony of the situation that we found the spoon after having to kill all of the zombies anyway. And I look at the spoon, and is there anything that I notice about the spoon that might be significant at this point in time?
It's really old.
Do I sense anything coming off of it?
Did you detect magic on it?
I already cast it, so I don't know if I can cast it again.
Yeah, if you didn't have it prepared multiple times, you're not able to. But maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, so I say we take the spoon with us. I have a speculation that this spoon is completely worthless now that we've killed the cook. But we can take it with us anyway.
All right, I'm gonna put it in my special box. I want the spoon.
Okay, Talus, what do you make of all this spoon talk?
I am just reading the books and kind of ignoring what they're doing with the spoon. I don't really care about spoons. I like reading.
Talus is going to give himself a Cure Light Wounds now for 8. And he will say a short prayer for the souls of the dead here. And then he'll turn around and face his companions and say, yes, that was probably painful, but now his soul is free at least.
Treble, in the book that you're reading, you notice that there's some ingredient lists and different recipes.
What sort of recipes and ingredient lists?
One of them is for something called friendship bread.
I look at Talus and I say, Talus, this looks awesome. You might want to read this. I know you're not really into all the reading thing, you didn't like the library, but this might be able to help you guys.
I'll go over and take a look at it.
Talus, you immediately notice that there's a couple recipes for drinks that you remember hearing about in your monastery that you thought lost. The ability to make them was lost, but you now have some ancient recipes for brews.
Like helpful brews?
Well, I mean, you'd probably have to test them out, but yeah, I mean, they're definitely old names. You just remember the names. You don't necessarily remember what they do.
Okay. I will suggest Treble hold on to that book, or if he decides he doesn't want it, perhaps I'll take it.
I'll put it in my backpack.
Okay.
And then after I put it in my backpack, I say, wait, was somebody talking about magic before?
Well, we have a wizard among us now, and
Yeah,
there's this spoon that might be magical or not.
Oh, well, if you want to find out if it's magical, I can do that.
Killeth says, take a look at it if you think you can figure out the mystery of the spoon.
I will pull the spoon out of my box and hand it to Treble.
Why was this in your box?
Because I wanted to give it a spoon.
Seems like a weird place for a spoon. Spoons should belong on the walls, like those other ones. And I point to the far wall that has spoons hanging.
Yes, but my box was asking the same question the zombie was.
Okay. Do you want to hold on to it while I cast Detect Magic, or do you want me to hang on to it?
You can hang on to it.
Excellent. He grabs a spoon and he starts to use it almost like a conductor's baton. And he waves it around and he casts Detect Magic.
You get a very, very faint aura, as if the magic is slipping away.
It's fading. It's fading. The magic is fading, Stridon.
Killeth says, did I tell you? It's a worthless piece of wood. Throw it in the fire and let's be on our way.
Does it fade completely?
There's still a little something there. You feel like if you can recall where it's supposed to go, it might still work.
Well, he mentioned it was supposed to go on the altar.
Or back up on the wall with the other spoons.
Or in my box that's asking for where's my spoon.
Well, I thought he said something about taking the spoon to the altar and then it would reveal the secrets of this place or something like that.
All right, you guys, you have 6 seconds to make a decision.
Put the spoon in the box and put it up on the altar.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys all run out of the room to the altar.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to move my guy. He just kind of
That's fine.
twitches.
Can you place a new mini out there, maybe?
Did anybody see the mushroom I placed?
Sure did. I was just gonna ask, why is there a mushroom man?
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could control that, but alas, I cannot.
Do you want me to
Oh,
place
yeah,
a
where was
mini
the
for
altar?
you?
Yeah, have you guys moved? Because I
I'm
still
in the process of moving.
yeah, I still see everybody in the room, so I might have to drop out and watch Twitch.
What were we classifying as the altar again?
My guess would be the altar that's over here by the end of the church space. I'm over by where I would assume an altar is.
So, like here?
Yep. Ah, there's 2 taluses.
And just for reference, I have the lid of the box still open too. Did you mention if the figurine had an open hand that would be able to dance last time?
Say that again?
I can't quite remember, but did he mention if figurine inside of the box had something that could hold the spoon? Like, is its hand open and waiting to hold the spoon, or is it just,
That I couldn't tell you, I don't remember.
So there's a talus out by the altar right now already.
There is on my screen, but
Okay. I know Nate said that he was going to go to Twitch, so I dropped his fig. And I thought, Ty, you said you couldn't move your guy either, so I dropped you one out here as well.
I did. However, where my mini is showing on my Revolution screen is not the same place it's showing up on the Twitch screen. So, I don't know.
Well, no, that's okay. I'm going to delete it from the Twitch stream. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't quite figure out what my problem is. I'm still connected here. It's like my internet is being very slow right now and just kind of bugging me out. But
No worries.
Killith is
it can also be
undeterred
on
by
my end
such
as well.
things.
All right, so
yeah, because
you guys placed the box on the altar right now. And
Yeah.
as soon as you do that, the statues that are by the altar begin to weep blood from their eyes. And a secret door opens behind the altar.
and
If
I
you-
say, see, Kill, it wasn't a worthless spoon.
Killith just nods. Kind of humph.
Can I do a search check around the altar?
Sure.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you didn't find a whole lot.
I'm just assuming it's too tall for me to I don't get up to the top of the altar to see what's up on top of there.
That could be.
I'm a pretty tall dude, and I notice he's struggling to see what's on there, so I walk up and I'll do a search check as well.
Yeah, Talus will give it a search.
I walk away disgusted with myself.
And I'll help as well.
Talus got a 4. There's nothing there.
You find a dusty tome on the pulpit, I believe it. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm sorry. Anyways, you find a dusty tome, and it appears to be locked. And there's no key. As you search around the altar, there doesn't appear to be a way to open it.
What shape is the keyhole?
Key-shaped? Roughly a circle on top and then a triangle on bottom with the tip of the triangle cut off by the circle.
Does it look similar to the key that Talus found earlier?
I don't know. Does it?
Well, I'll get the key out and see if it fits.
It does not.
I'm trying to pull up my spell list because I thought I had. If I look over the book, can I tell if it's magically sealed or if it's just physically sealed?
You would believe, without being able to detect magic on it, that this book is likely magically and physically sealed. It looks to be of a very ancient type of binding.
But now there's a secret door open behind the altar, right?
Correct. If you can't see it on your screen, simply right-click the block behind the altar and it should open for you.
I think I disconnected because I don't see anybody around the altar, so I'm going to pull up Twitch real quick.
Or since so many of us are disconnected, we could take a quick pause and restart the game and reconnect. I don't know.
Well,
That's
once we
possible
finish
for
up
everybody.
this back room, that's all that's left, and then we can just reload
Okay.
a different map.
Okay.
Now, I still have to look up what it does, but I have a spell called Open Close.
I think that's just for simple doors and things like that aren't locked.
Correct.
I think.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm just curious though, because did anybody see my roll for?
No, I think you desynced. It's not a big deal. Just hop over onto Twitch.
Well, maybe the key we're looking for, if there is one, is in this other room.
Do you guys want to go into that back room?
I want to go in, but I've just been peeking my head sort of in around the corner and not stepping in at all, but
And I kind of stick behind Treble and just kind of poke my head in, kind of over top of his head.
Talus will go walking in.
I went in.
There's no reason to fear the forces of evil. Except for that guy.
But they hurt people.
Well, the forces of good hurt people too sometimes.
So once entering, what do I notice other than
So
the stone in the back?
Right. What you see is what's on the Twitch stream right now.
which I also have up right now.
There's a large fireplace off to the right, the stone in the back left corner, some type of desk with a treasure chest underneath it, two bookcases, or two cupboards rather, and then a giant treasure chest at the foot of a bed with a skeleton laying in the bed and his hands clasped over himself.
I'm going to use detect evil. And this time the bright light is going to emanate off of me and spread out to the room.
Okay. So you're getting signs of evil from the stone in the bottom right corner of your view, or in the south of the room, and then over towards the bed, you're getting some kind of evil signature from that direction.
So the stone in the body?
Correct.
Talus is going to walk over to it looks like there's a table or a desk on top of a chest of sorts.
As soon as Talus starts to move towards the far end of the room, Treble breaks into a song and he says, be brave, I must be brave," and casts heroism on himself.
All right, Talus. So you're down over by the chest with the underneath the little table or desk. And
Yes.
Stridon, you said you're kind of in the middle of the room?
Yeah, I'm kind of still in the center of the room.
And where are you, Killith?
I've been sticking with Treble this whole time, just kind of hanging out with him.
Okay. If you're watching on the Twitch stream, Stridon is in the red shirt, Treble is in the black. Talus is up in the brown monk clothes, and then of course Killith is with the wizard staff, standing kind of by the doorway, just behind Treble.
When I look at the treasure chest that is in the back of the room, do I get a sense of how much it might weigh?
You talking the big one by the bed, or the one where Talus is standing?
The one where Talus is standing.
Like, just looking at it, do you want to know if you get a sense of how much it might weigh?
Yeah, just a rough guess.
I mean, if empty, and assuming that it's, just regular pine and iron, like most of them are, maybe 20, 25 pounds, somewhere in that area. It could be as much as 35 when empty.
Okay.
You guys aren't in combat or anything, so if anyone has any ideas or anything they want to do, just...
Okay. Well, Talus has a good strength, so he's going to try to pick up the table if he can.
Pick up the table?
Yes, not the chest, the table.
Going to...
Sure, so you're able to pick up the table. That's not an issue for you. Are you moving it somewhere?
Yes. I want to carry it. Oh, if I can.
Where to?
Over by the bed. And then I want to slip the table over our dead friend.
So, set it on either side of him on the bed? Because it's not wide enough
Kind
to
of.
cover the entire bed.
Yeah, no, basically, in case he sits up or tries to attack or something, it might buy us one more round while he's knocking the table aside or something.
Okay, I got you. Clever idea. And then what do?
And then after that, I will go over, and I'm not going to open them, but I'm going to investigate these cabinets, kind of look around them, see if there's anything unusual.
Nope, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary, just very old.
And then I will stand where I am and look over at this blackish red monolith or whatever it is in the corner and see if I guess use my knowledge, religion, or arcana to see if I recognize the writing.
Again, you get the same kind of feeling you got with the angel statue before you came in the temple. Like either parts of the letters are missing, or it's based in a even more. Excuse me. Some of the languages that you know are based in this particular language, but unfortunately the characters are just a little bit different than you're able to make out.
Okay.
So as he's inspecting it, Killeth is going to come up and look at it too, and since he has been studying this his whole life, and this is kind of his first outing anywhere, he wants to try to look at it and see if he knows anything about the history or why it might have come to be here. I have a knowledge history +6, whatever that means.
Okay, sure. So you don't actually recognize the characters so much as the stone itself that's being used. This particular stone was used a long time ago, probably 2,000-3,000 years ago or more, and it's native to an island that is renowned in the world for being capable of planar transportation. The entire island just disappears at random and comes back weeks later, oftentimes in different places than where it left from. So it's got unique properties to it, but you can't be 100% sure that that's this stone. It just looks really similar to that stone.
All right, so I look at everybody else and I say, I think I've studied about these stones before. Come from a far away place, and don't touch it. You might teleport you somewhere you don't want to go.
Are they evil?
I am not sure. Do I know anything else of them?
Unfortunately,
I look
no,
at
that's kind
Stridon
of the
and I
gist of
say-
what you know.
I look at Stridon and I say, "You know about evil. Is there anything evil here?"
Stridon?
Sorry, it's being really glitchy right now on TeamSpeak for me. I say I will go over and take a look at it myself. I had to close out the game, so you're gonna have to move.
Yeah, no worries. I can move you.
And I'm guessing you need a knowledge divine roll.
Yeah, you can try knowledge religion.
Uh, 18.
Okay. As you approach it, you're studying the runes on it, you're studying the shape and the material, and you start to have this feeling of dread come over you, like you really shouldn't be by this thing. You're not sure, why. You don't sense any kind of presence. It's just this foreboding notion that if you get too much closer or you stay near it too long, something terrible will happen.
Is everybody still standing over there?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still
feeling
Yeah.
feeling kind of antsy since nobody's really doing much that I can tell. I say, "What's going on, guys? It's kind of spooky."
We're just feeling a sense of dread.
User disconnected from your channel.
I
Did
think
you lose somebody?
Yeah, I think
User
Dan had
joined
been
your channel.
reloaded.
Oh, okay.
Dan, you there now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So what does Dryden say?
Like I said, I missed everything you said there, so I'm.
I said I'm just gonna creep.
That was bad to be around.
Yeah,
I
basically
basically
you
just
get this
say-
feeling of dread and you want to move away from it, and then
I'm gonna say avoid this at all costs. All I can sense is pure malevolence from it.
okay. If after he says that, Killeth, since he's so interested in all of this, and he thinks he recognizes it, he continues to look at it just for a few seconds longer to see if I recognize anything. Like, can I do like a knowledge arcana check? Or did I
yeah,
already...
in just a moment. You can go ahead and roll it and then tell me in a second. Talus, what are you doing?
Can I do a knowledge religion check to see if I learn anything?
So you stand there as well and keep studying it?
Yeah.
Do
I
I
got
roll
a
it?
16.
Okay, D20.
Yeah.
Yep.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, so you both rolled pretty decent. As you're studying
User joined
it,
your channel.
you guys both get the same. You guys both come across the same piece of information at the same time, and it's a little bit too late. As you turn around, you realize that you're now alone in the room.
Did we just teleport somewhere?
I think we did.
Or did they? Is the skeleton still in the bed?
No, there's a man sleeping in the bed.
Is there a table on top of him?
No, there's not a table on top of him. There's a table on top of a treasure chest, just a little bit near to you.
Is the secret door still open or is it closed?
It's closed.
Yeah.
Stryden and Treble, as you guys are standing there and you kind of look away for a moment, you look back. Talus and Killeth are nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh. What happened, Stryden? Did they touch it?
I don't know if Dan's got audio right now.
Do I see anything else happening? Is like the skeleton moving at all, or is it just quiet?
Ty or Nate, you guys want to type in the Twitch stream because I think he's watching on there. Tell him to type out what he wants to do if he can hear us.
All right, I'm typing to him.
All right, Treble. So we'll just have you react to this. What do you say?
Well, I mean, I said to Stryden, what happened? Did they touch the stone? Where did they go?
He would reply that they did not touch the stone, and he has no idea where they went.
Does the skeleton move at all, or is there anything moving in the room?
There is not, but you get this strange sense of a chill touch on your back, like something stirs in the room, but it's not anything you can see. It's just more of a feeling that you're getting, almost like goosebumps or goose pimples.
I look at Stryden and I say, well, do we leave or do we join them?
I say
Or try
we
to
join
join
them.
them. So then I walk over to the stone and I say, "What did they do?"
And right about now, Talus is going to slap the wizard on the shoulders and say, well, at least we got rid of the bard.
I'll look back and I'll smirk and I'll say, he was getting pretty annoying.
So what are you
You're
guys
not
doing?
so bad.
What are you guys doing in this now empty room besides you two and this living, sleeping body on the bed?
Just kind of looking it over. Is the large chest still at the end of his bed?
Yeah, everything's the same except for that it's not a skeleton, it's a body, and its lungs are breathing up and down.
Is it
And
a
your
man or a
friends aren't
woman?
there. It's a male.
Is he armed?
He's laying in bed. He appears to be wearing some kind of fancy silken pajamas or something.
Okay, Killith will go over to the cupboards and look at the hinges to see if they will creak upon opening.
No, they appear to be in well use. They look fairly new, actually.
So I will slowly open the cupboard on the right of the two and I'll see what's in there.
Okay. So in there you see a long red robe.
User in your channel timed out.
You see a long red robe, as well as a large staff with some type of crystal or orb type thing on top of it. It's not perfectly spherical, so that's what I'm trying to decide if I want to say orb. I'm sorry. And then you also see a pair of boots.
Ooh, I kind of quietly signal for Talus to come over and take a look.
I come over and look.
And just so you're aware, Brennan, Dan said on Twitch for you to kind of for him until he gets back. He's rebooting.
Okay, easy enough. All right, we'll go back to Treble. So you went over in the corner, Treble, is that right?
That's right.
Are you like right up tight to the stone, or what are you doing?
I'm trying to replicate what they were doing, so as close as they were standing,
Yeah, as tight up as they
and
can
just
get.
kind of looking at it.
Okay, Striden's gonna hang back because he's got that feeling of dread still.
I'll roll a bardic knowledge check.
Okay, let me know what you get.
Rolled an 18 plus 5, 23.
Okay, so you've actually read tales of this. This is a specific type of stone that is used to share a memory with those who are in its presence for too long. It takes them back to the moment that the stone was created and placed and activated in the room. You know that if you stand there for too long, you'll be drawn into the memory and you won't be able to leave until it plays out. And if you die while you're in the memory, you die in real life.
I will look at Stridon and I say, maybe too late for our friends. If we leave now, we may be able to survive. Otherwise, we'll be trapped with them and have to save them or die.
Stridon kind of thinks.
User joined your channel.
Dan, is that you? I don't know if he can hear or not, but anyhow, what we'll do is we'll just say that he thinks about it for a bit, and he decides it's probably best if you guys leave here.
Okay. I start to walk out. Sorry, guys.
well.
I start to run.
All right, back to Talus and Killith. What are you guys doing?
Well, those are the stuff in the cabinet there. Well, that's neat. Talus will go over and try to find a lever or something to open the secret door. Not necessarily going to use it if he finds it, but he wants to look for a way out of here.
Yeah, so roll a search check and let me know what you get. Meantime, Killith, what are you doing once he walks away looking for a lever or something?
15.
I am admiring the staff and the boots that are in there, and I go over to the other cupboard and I slowly open it and see what is inside.
Why don't you roll a move silently check for me?
Okay, I don't know if I get any bonus.
Yeah, if you don't have the skill listed, you just roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
Oh, I do have it. I get 4, so D20. Just add 4, so 13 plus 4 is 17.
Okay. You open it, it squeaks just a little bit, and you kind of see the head of the person lying in the bed twitch for a moment. Do you continue opening it the rest of the way?
I pause and I wait for him to fall back asleep and then continue to open it.
How long do you wait? I don't know if you can be certain when he's sleeping again.
Oh, that's tough. He's in his pajamas?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to open it as quick as I can to hopefully avoid any squeak.
Roll another move silently for me.
11 plus 4 is 15.
Unfortunately, there is a squeak, and the person lying in the bed sits up quickly and calls for help. He just lets out a yell, and you quickly hear boots and clinking from beyond the wall to where Talus is standing.
I'm gonna shout to Talus away from the door. I want to jump kind of behind him on the bed and pull out a dagger and hold it to his neck and wait for the people to come.
Okay, Talus, what are you doing? Go ahead and roll a dex check in the meantime, Killith.
Another 11 plus 3, so that's 14.
Talus, what are you doing?
He will move away from the door to the center of the room with his hands up.
Oh man, that's epic.
As if in surrender?
As if I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you were like gonna hold them up in like your hands, like you're meditating, ready to kick some ass or something.
Oh no.
That's why I gave the point of clarification. I'm like, in surrender or what kind of stance? So you've got your dagger to the throat of this guy on the bed, and Talus, you've got your hands up, kind of as if I mean you no harm. And then all of a sudden, the door you were, or the wall that you were standing by, that you thought to be a door, all of a sudden opens, and you see a bunch of people wearing red cloaks. One of them, actually, excuse me, two of them wearing armor on the inside of the cloak, like it's a cloak and a robe. So the robe is open and you can see a breastplate worn as well. Those two have a sword at their side on the right, and then on the left they have a rod, and they both have pointed red hats. And they tell you, they say to you, "Who are you and how did you get in here?"
Well, first of all, when you say a bunch, do you mean like 6 or 600?
Like a bunch. Like, so I think 6 total maybe sounds good. Maybe 5.
Okay. I will kind of lower my hands at my side and I'll say, "Oh, thank the gods. I've been looking for a way out of this room."
And they say, is anyone else in there with you?
I will put my hand over the mouth of the guy who I've got the dagger to, and I'll try to whisper or signal to Talus to let them know that I'm here. And that we're confused about what's going on.
Well, Talus wasn't going to lie anyway. He'll just say, "Yes, I have one friend here, and we're not sure how we got here, and we're not even sure where we are, to be truthful. And we don't even know who you people are."
We are the worshippers of Ozardics.
Does that name mean anything?
Nothing that strikes any bells in your head right now, but maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe later it might come to you. They tell you that, and this is our temple to him.
Is the big black red stone still in the corner?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we were in a temple somewhat like this one, but it was abandoned, and he'll kind of gesture back towards the stone, and he'll say, "And there was a stone like that there, and I and some companions were studying it, and the next thing I know, we're here." Or at least some of us are here. Thank the gods, not all of us are here.
So they march into the room, and the two wearing armor throw you to the ground harshly. And they begin...
No.
No?
They're marching towards me. I'm backing up. I'm not going to let them just put hands on me.
Sure. So they're going to keep walking towards you until you're against the wall. What do you do?
Climb the wall. Hell.
Okay. So as you're busy looking for...
I'm a monk. Why not?
As you're busy looking for handholds and footholds to no avail, I mean, you can roll a reflex check if you'd like to, or dex check rather, and let me know what you get. But they're gonna surround you in the meantime.
Dex check or a climb check or what?
Well, let's start with dex.
Okay. I got a 20. Not a natural 20, but a 20.
Okay, so at the last moment, you manage to finally find a finger hold, and then you get struck from behind. And they tell you, "This will go easier if you do not struggle. We'll explain everything to you. You must have faith."
Did he do any damage to me?
It was more of a please stop, a non-lethal attack. I mean, yeah, probably 2 to 4 points, but not...
Okay, nothing.
Not anything that would bother
Okay,
you.
While I watch this scene unfold, I shout to get their attention so that they can see I've got a dagger to this guy's neck. And I say, "Touch my friend," and this guy dies.
So the other 4 that were out in the hall march in as well upon hearing this, and they ask you, do you truly mean those words?
Just leave, and Adlith says, "Just leave friend alone, and no one will get hurt."
Well then, I suppose we have no other choice. And
You always have a choice.
one of
There's
the
always
people.
a choice.
One of the people, he's a little bit shorter and skinnier than all the rest, and he's not actually wearing red robes. He has on a red vest, and he's not wearing any undershirt beyond that. And he kind of touches the sides of his head, and he lifts you off the ground, Killeth, off of the bed. You have 1 moment to try to slash the neck of the person in front of you, or you can save your action. But it'll be the only action that you get. Do you try to slash the neck as he's lifting you up with his mind?
Do I have a split second to make eye contact with Talus to see what he thinks? Like,
If
can you
that's
give
what
me
you'd
that
like to
look
do for
of
your
no,
action,
don't do
sure.
it, or
Yeah, you have basically one moment to figure out what you want to do here.
okay.
So you glance at Talus and you're trying to see if he understands what you're pondering.
No, I let it go. I don't slit his throat. I drop the knife willingly.
Seeing you drop the knife, you feel the ease with which you were lifted kind of become more burdensome, almost like you have weight again. And you're kind of just tossed to the side, and you land 5 squares away from the bed, also known as 25 feet, and you hit the ground hard.
Okay. Have they backed off Talus now?
The guys in armor, they
Yes.
they are helping him up, but they're putting him in manacles as they do it, or trying to.
Okay. Nobody's approaching me yet, so I'll say, what do you intend to do with us?
We intend to ensure that you mean no harm, and once we know that that is true, we will explain to you what's going on.
As soon as Talus sees manacles coming out, he's going to do a tumble, try to between these guys or under their legs or whatever, and come out behind them on the other side.
Okay, sure. Roll it up.
I got a 14.
You get past one of them. The other one, he's staggered back a little bit. He manages to get a hand on your leg as you're about to, finish rolling through a second part of the tumble. That would give you enough distance to do that. And he kind of stops you in your tracks, so to speak.
Okay.
He says, "Please, you said you." He says, "Please, you said that you were confused. Let us explain. You need to calm down."
I'm confused, and I will be peaceful, but you're not locking me up in a cage somewhere, and you're not putting manacles on me. I'm not going to harm anybody here unless they harm me, but I'm not going to be your prisoner. Not willingly.
Then put your hands beneath your bottom and sit on the ground.
You put my hands where?
Beneath your bottom and sit on the ground.
I'll back away about 10 feet, and I'll do that. I'll sit on the ground with my hands kind of under my legs, and I'll say, as you can see, I'm not armed, and I'm not wearing armor, and I'm not even dressed like a wizard.
Very good. And you, sir, over there, please drop your staff.
Look at my staff, and I look at Talus, and as much as I want to cast web and summon monsters,
Hey, do what you got to do, man.
I nod at Talus to head towards the door, and I cast web in the center of the group of guards.
Okay.
By the way, have I noticed if my calming aura has had any effect on these guys? I mean, they've not attacked me, but, well, I guess they did the one time, sort of. But
Hopefully that's not Brennan rolling for 6 initiatives.
no,
'Cause if it is,
it's
this is
Brennan
not good.
rolling 620s on strength rolls to break out of the web. And Brennan, I had to tell Dan what happened between him and Treble over in the Twitch chat. And he said, remind me to punch the bard.
Okay.
Hey, I went with Strident's direction.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
So as you cast web, the guy on the bed gets up and he rushes towards you. And
I just hold my fist out. So if he runs toward me, he'll run into my fist.
Okay, sounds good. He kind of slaps your hand out of the way, and he asks you if you know whose temple that you're in.
My character wasn't there when you told them the temple, so
Yeah, the guy came in and said it. One of the officers, soldiers, said it when they came through the door. I'm pretty sure. Just now.
I'll say I don't follow your god, and I never will.
He says, "Fine then." And he says a couple of words, and the articles of clothing inside of the cabinet flow onto his body. And he's now
Can I
holding
grab it before it gets to him?
It's called, so it reacts to his voice. All of
Shit.
the items that he has are called pieces.
I knew I should have grabbed him.
So he takes his staff and he lifts it into the air and he slams the bottom of it into the ground. And unfortunately for
You shall not pass.
kind of like that maneuver, yeah. Unfortunately for you, I need you to make a reflex save.
Okay, so I'm looking at my skills and fates, and I'm not seeing any plus to reflex, so I just roll a d20, right?
And then add your dex modifier, but yeah.
Oh, so d20 plus 3. I rolled a 6.
And here is the result of that. I can't remove your character from the board, but your character is now dead.
Well, can I describe how I die?
Absolutely.
All right, as this pulse comes from this unknown pajamaed wizard, who now magically has crazy stats, my feet come out from underneath me, and as I'm falling, I cry, "F this shit!" and my skull cracks on the floor, and my brain spurt everywhere, and I am deader than dead.
Yeah,
And that's my epic death.
That's pretty accurate. Talus, so you see this. Did you choose to roll towards the door, or how do you react?
Talus will scream no and roll towards the wizard who just went down. His wizard companion who just went down.
All right, so another tumble check for me.
That will be a 24.
Yeah.
All right, you're basically there on the screen. How you see it? You're now in between the body of the fallen wizard and the wizard who just killed your friend.
I'm not worrying about the wizard who just killed my friend. I'm trying to see. I mean, I'm double checking that my buddy is dead. You know, I mean.
Yeah, so as you get over here, you realize that his skull is split in two, and a good portion of his brain actually lays on the ground.
Oh, good God.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone into so much detail.
Talus will literally just sit there squat-legged on the ground. I mean, he'll just cross his legs on the ground, and with his hands in his lap, he will just start crying. I mean, like a kid. He'll just start crying.
All right. They see this as an acceptance of peace, and they all put their weapons away, and they march towards you.
They can march towards me all they want.
You should see yourself basically surrounded by them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one with the vest who basically used his
User in your channel timed out.
used his
User
mental,
entered your channel.
used his mental ability to throw your wizard friend, and he says, "You should not have been able to come back here. The stone is only meant to capture the memories of the day that it was activated. It is a memory stone. Tell me, when are you from?"
I'll stand up and turn around and kind of wipe my eyes and look him in the face, and I'll tell him the year if I know a specific year. Or
Yeah, you would definitely be aware of the year.
yeah, I'll tell him what year I'm from.
But that's over 3,000 years from now. How is that possible?
It's your stone. You tell me.
No, this stone was gifted to us from another order. An order of blue mages. I do not understand why they would give us such a thing. This is far too powerful. You are the first to come through here. Were there more with you?
There was.
Freaking UPS shipped it to the wrong damn temple.
As long as no one's trying to put a hand on me or shackle me or anything, I'm not giving them any trouble. But if there's any sign of that, we're going to have to roll some stuff.
Would you take us through the stone?
I don't know how to operate the stone.
Just do whatever you did the last time. Please. We would love to see the future.
I'll give it a try. You guys stay over here, and I'll see if I can operate it again. How about that?
No. Anything but that. At least one of us must go with you. Preferably two. We have seen you fight.
You've seen me fight. You've seen me jump around and try to climb.
Was that all you were doing? It was impressive. You are well trained.
Not impressive enough. I'll reach down and I'll take out some bandages from my healer's kit, and it's going to be messy and it's going to be ugly, but I'll try to wrap up my buddy's head as much as I can, and then I'll pick up his body, and unless somebody stops me or something, I'll start dragging it towards the obelisk.
No, they actually aid you in dragging his body, and they walk with you to the obelisk.
Do I have any aura, like, from the netherworld I can, like, speak?
Negative. However,
Yeah,
while you guys are preparing that scene, we'll go ahead and see what Treble's doing back where he is.
okay. Okay, I need, if it's okay, I need to take a break for a couple of minutes anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break right after this anyhow. So,
Okay.
Treble, what are you doing?
So on the conversation with Stridon, Treble and Stridon pretty much just headed out to the front entrance of the temple. Kind of, just started walking out. I mean, I obviously remembered the stories of old, and although they were not, it's one of those like old wives' tales of, yeah, sure, that's not really real. But then upon actually coming face to face with something that was in those tales, it really freaked him out.
Makes sense to me. So
just started to run.
You guys are walking towards the entrance. In the meantime, Talus and Killith are coming towards the obelisk, and we'll take a 5-minute break here. If you guys got to do anything, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, if you stick around, we'll talk. Intermission, folks.
If possible, I would like a catch up.
Nathan, did you check your Facebook at all or no?
No, actually, the laptop it was using to look at all the spells that I was using died, and I quit the game. And I'm trying to pull up the Twitch now, and I have not been checking my Facebook.
No worries.
But
I'm going to
I
close
just
the
sent you a
program. Joe, if you want to load up the overland map again, we'll be coming back out of the temple in a moment.
Okay.
So that was going to be my next question. So, like, I don't want to pry into the future. Like, I don't know exactly what happens when we go back through the stone, if we even go back through the stone. But is there, because it's getting pretty late on my end, it's like 20 of midnight. Can I catch the rest of this tomorrow on the recording, or should I stay? Like, wink, wink,
Nope,
nod.
you do not need to stay. Your character is dead. Unfortunately, when that happens, unless they have a resurrection or the money to have that done, which I will tell you they don't, your character is dead.
Well, hey.
Joe, you'll just have to ping me on Messenger when we're all ready.
Okay.
What were you saying, Nathan?
Sorry, Nathan.
Oh, no. I was going to say sorry for coming in, blowing off a zombie's head, and then getting myself and probably even Ty killed.
It was awesome, though. You were just, like, defiant to the last. I mean, that's how you play your character, right?
Well, my intention wasn't to come in and like throw a wrench in the works and everything like that. But as soon as I saw my mini that I spawned, I knew I had to be like kind of just not nice. Not necessarily like trying to cause trouble at every turn, but
Probably chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
With a little more tendency to evil.
Real quick, I mean, do you want me to restart a whole new game and try to get everybody else back into it if we're going to go to the overland map, or do you just want me to load it up for you? Okay.
All right, guys, that was a blast. Thanks for letting me pop in for my very first. Actually, that's the first time I've ever played. So,
Nate, I'll send you some messages later. Thanks for playing, man.
Yes, and Ty,
Yes.
I apologize to Talus for causing all kinds of trouble.
Oh, no. You gotta do what your character's gotta do. Alice will be saying plenty of prayers, believe me.
Although I was really hoping to slit that guy's throat and cast some summon monsters and just start to duke it out, but kind of felt like if I did that, it might have been a death sentence for both of us. So,
Well, I was hoping you could. Once I saw you cast web, I thought, well, maybe you'll summon some monsters and we could get out of there. But
yeah, I didn't think that web would be interpreted as necessarily an attack. Maybe more as just a subdual, like trying to help you get away. I'm going to cast web. You guys are going to get stuck there. Now, if I cast like magic missile or something, then I would, obviously the battle is joined. I was hoping web might not necessarily provoke violence, but it did.
Unfortunately.
Although it would have been cool if I had taken his staff and his boots and put it on, and then he just magically calls it all back while I'm wearing it. That would have been pretty awesome.
Well, I actually thought of something like that, but Talus would have told you not. Talus would have told you to leave the stuff alone, that it would be stealing. So, unfortunately.
Yeah, Talus and you don't work well together.
Obviously. Obviously.
Let me know when everyone's done doing what they need to do. We'll get started here again. Probably
I'm done whenever everybody's ready.
Okay.
I have a new game session loaded up, waiting for people to join up.
All right, I'm looking.
And if we're just going to do the overland map, it should be a lot easier for everybody.
Oh, okay. We can get back on then.
Yep.
All right, I look forward to watching the thrilling conclusion post my death tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Okay, sorry.
Thanks, Nathan. Have a good night.
User disconnected from your channel.
I'm in.
Yep, just waiting for Ty.
I should be there.
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start game. You want the Starry Sky, correct?
Space.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened?
I just crashed.
Oh, we haven't started anything yet, so if we want to cancel out of here...
Okay, let me... Try it again.
Everybody's gonna have to quit, though.
Done.
Alright, hang on.
Well, it may take a minute or two because it's saying I'm already logged in.
Yeah. It'll probably have to kick people out.
Yeah, it's already black screened me.
Well, I was able to log in.
Did Nate disappear?
Yeah, he died.
I get to carry his corpse around. Okay. Well, it let me log in. Okay, let's try this again.
Alright. I always have to remember that when creating a game, The number of players includes yourself. So I created it for 4 people. If we would have had somebody else join it, I would have had to restart it and create it for 5. I always forget that it actually counts. Because I always think I'm the game master, so 4 players are the other people.
Mhm.
But it actually includes yourself, which makes sense. I just don't think about it that way.
Well,
Dan, you coming?
Yeah.
Yep, here he goes. Alright, I'm going to wait until everybody gets into the game before I start changing things. So I'm going to hit start and then go from there. Just let me know when everybody's actually in.
Ocean.
I think I'm in. Yeah.
Dan, how are you doing?
He's in. I can see his eye.
I'm in, but it's kind of frozen.
Go ahead and load up, Joe.
Yep. I was trying to give it a second.
Yeah, I think I'm
Fairness.
frozen.
We're starting back at the fire.
That's okay. It'll be an uneventful journey back, anyways.
Okay, I'll just watch on Twitch.
I'm gonna go all the way back to the angel statue. I think I see Dan moving.
Rather slow, it feels like.
Hold down shift. You're really choppy. You move like 20 feet and then you stop. And you move like 20 feet and you stop.
Don't forget to kill the lights. I'm going to bring up the feed again.
Like that. I'll drop my own mini.
Okay.
It's dark.
I have a torch. So I put vision light on myself. Can I ask a stupid question?
Yep.
Sure.
We did do the record for this one,
Yes, we did.
as best you can tell. I suppose we'll have to check it afterwards, but
All right.
okay.
Wait, how did Talis rejoin us?
I think we're going to cover that once we come back from intermission.
Yeah. I'm guessing I popped up out here.
Yeah, we'll cover it. I'll actually go ahead and talk about it right now. You want to put your name on your character sheet, Stryden?
I'm attempting to.
So, when you guys got out, you came outside. You're probably talking about what happened and getting ready to head back. And
I actually start composing a song of death for Talus and for Killith.
and Talus comes walking out just as you guys are about to set off back to town.
And
that's
he's
where
carrying a body.
correct, and that's where we'll pick up.
As I was writing down the lyrics for the death montage of Talus and Killith, I look at you. I look at Talus. And I'm like, wow, now I need to start all over. And I'm all frustrated that I have to actually rip up my paper and throw it away. I start just ripping my book apart. I'm pissed off.
Well, just save it. Maybe I'll die soon.
Too late. It's already ripped up. It's been ruined.
All right.
I
Go ahead, Talus.
I apologize for ruining your artistry.
But now I have to start a new one. What happened? Is he dead?
He's most definitely dead.
How did you escape and he did not?
I didn't put up a fight. Let me put it that way. Talus is not explaining.
Let's go ahead and turn on the snow, please.
Okay.
A bunch of armored guys didn't show up with me, I guess.
Oh no, they did, but they're
Arm-
looking around the
Guys,
temple.
what armor guys?
Oh, well.
What armor guys do you speak of? I don't see any armored men.
They're back at the temple. They came back with me.
That's not good. That's
Probably not.
a bad thing. I remember the Tales of that Stone says, "Do not bring anybody back with you." You don't remember your mother or father telling stories?
No, my mother and father never told me stories like that.
I look at you and I look at Talus and I look at Stryden, and in probably the most serious face you've ever seen me, and I say, we need to leave.
I think that was the plan, or at least what I was thinking. Now we've only got the wolves to deal with. Yay!
All right, so set up your marching order. If you want to do, one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the back, that's fine, or however you guys want to do it. Let me know, and then we'll proceed on down the path.
I'd probably take up shop in the middle, I suppose.
Talus is carrying a body over his shoulder.
So do you want to
And
be
he's
in
got
the
his... Yeah, I guess I'll be in the middle.
I would assume Talus should be in the back. I mean, even though you're carrying a body, you also are the most defensible.
Yeah, TeamSpeak's gone for me now.
Oh, well, that's true. Kyleth had a staff too, didn't he?
Yeah, you did.
I'll hand that off to Treble.
I will take the staff. I'll use like a walking stick, essentially. I would assume that Stridon would be in front then.
Yeah, probably.
Stridon, you want to go ahead and move yourself?
I think he said TeamSpeak went down for him again.
Well, I can't move him, so hopefully he's watching on Twitch. I can just.
Let's see.
What was that?
We can put a new. There's a figure moving.
Okay, cool. He's here at us then. All right, let's go. You can just keep moving, Stridon. There we go.
Getting back to the mushrooms, I will check to see real quick if there's any other ones that have grown or any other ones that we missed.
Yeah, so actually they're all there.
I will pick as many as I can gather, I guess.
Well, there's enough for each of you to have 3.
Okay, I will put down 3 more mushrooms.
Okay, Talus is going to take 2 more. And he knows it's not going to do any good. But just for the sake of it, he will take 1 mushroom and put it in Kyla's mouth. Who knows? Maybe miracles happen.
Okay.
And kind of force it down a little bit and then pick him back up and keep carrying him.
All right. Stridon, go ahead and take the lead again. Unless you guys have anything in particular you want to do here.
Nope. Got my mushrooms. Feeling good.
Yep. Are we hearing the howl of wolves in the distance like we did before?
Eerily enough, no, it's all quiet on the western front.
I'm following Stridon.
Yeah, I guess we're heading back towards town if we can find our way.
Stridon, go. Yep, keep going.
As we get into the woods, is there any sign of the wolves?
No, but there are no trees cut down either.
So as we get past to where like our campsite was, all the trees are growing.
Correct.
Are the signs of our campsite gone?
Yeah, they appear to be gone.
Puppies.
Well, since I don't know exactly where a campsite is, but I kind of have an idea as far as, somewhat how far we traveled, when we get to a spot that I think is close to where a campsite was, I stop and look at the party and I say, these trees grew really, really fast or something really weird is happening. And I look at Stridon and I say, not Stridon, I look at Talus and I say, do you have any idea? I mean, you say you brought people back. What do you mean, what? Back from where?
They said something about memories, but it seemed to me like there was some kind of travel through the years involved. Like, they asked me what year it was where I was from, and I told them, and they said that was 3,000 years in the future. And then I was trying to get back to you guys, and they wanted to come with me, which I didn't care for, but wasn't in much of a position to argue about it, and they came with me. And now that we left the temple, I don't know where we're at. If we're in some memory somewhere, or if we're on another plane of existence, or if we've traveled forwards or backwards in time.
You didn't step on any butterflies at all, did you?
No butterflies.
Well, that's good.
Alright, so the only thing that's consistent about the last time you guys were in this area is there's one tree that has a frozen body lying underneath it that's still cut down.
I guess I would recognize that then, and said, "Hey, look, there's a frozen body." I mean, not necessarily like that, but so noticing that that's the same. If I glossed over it before, now I'm like paying attention to all the details, and I'll inspect that body and that thing.
Yeah, Talus will put down
User disconnected from your channel.
his current body and try to go over and see if he can roll the log off
User joined your channel.
the other dead guy.
Okay, sure. So you guys try to roll that log off of the body there?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys managed to shift the log slightly between you and Talus. Stridon, are you going to join in?
He might not be able to hear.
He should be on Twitch with you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he can message me on Facebook or something. I mean, my gut reaction would be that, yeah, seeing his companions trying to do something, if they were struggling, he'd be willing to help, but...
Okay. So he gives you guys a hand, and you're eventually able to roll the log off. And you see that it's clenched in the hand is a note. And it says that the stone has been delivered to the temple, and those fool worshippers don't even know the true nature of the stone.
I have no idea what this means. Trouble to you?
I do not. I assume that it has something to do with the stone that we found and the fact that we probably ruined everything.
Probably.
Okay. So you guys are going to walk back to town and kind of discuss what it is that you found?
Yeah, I mean, I would try to find the town if it's still there. Just sort of heading it. I mean, where did we leave our wolves? Or, I mean, not our wolves, our dogs, and the sleds and such.
Those are still in that village that's nearby. You can head there first, and then of course go back to town. You know where you guys are from, but that village is pretty much destroyed. No signs of life when you guys went there.
So I mean, I'll discuss that with Talus and Stridon. Then I guess I'll say, do we head back? Do we try to find our dogs and sleds, or do we just head back straight to the village?
Well, first Talus is going to The ground's probably frozen solid, and he doesn't have a shovel anyway, but he'll try to move the log back and pile snow on the one dead guy, and then pick up Kyleth over his shoulder again and say, I guess we ought to head back to the dogs because they could starve to death or die if we don't get them. Plus, it'll be faster travel once we can get to them.
Sounds good. So we head off to the small village to find the dogs if we can.
User in your channel timed out.
Okay, so we'll just kind of talk about what's going on here once you guys get back into the town. Joe, if you want to load up the duck map and let us know when it's ready. We'll just go to the break screen again and talk.
The what map?
The bottom of the basement, the tavern.
Oh,
We'll use that for now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dan just said he's had a complete shutdown on his end, so I don't know if that means he'll be back or not.
No worries, we can look into it. So while Joe's loading that up, Talis, what are your thoughts so far? What are you thinking?
To be honest, Talis is in mourning, so he's not thinking a whole lot, to be honest, or he's trying not to. A companion of his was killed kind of on his watch, as he would think of it, and there was nothing he could do about it. So he's a little numb and a little frustrated.
User joined your channel.
At the moment. Part of him does realize that some bad stuff may come from the temple, but at the moment he's just too emotionally distraught to really think about it or deal with it. He wants to get Kyleth back and either bury him or send him off by ship to wherever. If he knows it, if he can find out if Kyleth's got any family or friends or anything like that.
Okay.
And if he can't find that out or doesn't know, then he'll just... Is there a temple of sorts in the town?
Not really. There's more like a room with a shrine in it.
Is there like is there any kind of official presence, like a priest of any sort?
Not during this time of year. When the waters are open, sometimes you'll get different priests to come this way.
Oh, okay, but there's not a permanent like church or anything like that here.
No, you're the closest the town has, really.
Oh gosh, that's kind of sad. But well, yeah, if eventually Talis will kind of look over Kyleth's belongings, and if he can't find notes or a book or anything with some kind of hint to where he's from or his family or anything, he'll just have to bury him in the local equivalent of whatever, cemetery is. And if that means having to freeze him somewhere until warmer weather arrives, then that's what it means. But
yeah, generally what they do is they actually burn the bodies up here.
okay.
The ground's too hard to actually dig down deep enough to bury people, so they oftentimes just burn them, and they place the ashes into the mixture for the wall, and they use it when they do new mortar and new blocks expanding the wall.
Okay. Well, I could be wrong, but I'm guessing Kyleth probably doesn't have a whole lot of belongings or anything real expensive or magic, though.
Yeah,
maybe he'd be wrong.
We'll go over what
we can get to that
body later on. Yep.
So I don't know if Brendan, if you're desynced from the map, but I loaded the and I don't see anybody in here, so I might actually have to just start a new game session again.
Yeah, sorry, that's what we did. We backed out of the game. I forgot you could load the map from within it.
I hate you guys. Hang on.
Should I try to jump on or just not fool with it?
You can
It's
try
a really
to,
small
you
map.
can-
It's up to you.
Yeah, you can try to jump on. We're gonna finish up in the tavern here. Well, that's what's gonna be showing on the screen as you guys go around different buildings in the town or talk or whatever you're doing. This is actually the basement of the bakery for right now.
Is that how far back in time we went? Only the basement has been created. David is going to kill you.
No, it's not anything like that. It's just more so that this is what we have ready for it right now.
No, I'm just kidding. I got the game up again.
I'm ready. I don't know if Dan is gonna. So that's
I think I'm ready. I'll give it a try.
I was just giving it a second to see if Dan was going to jump in or not. He's still rebooting everything, so I think we're just going to have to go without, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to just get us loaded up.
Come here.
Alright. Is everybody in?
Yeah.
I'm not yet. It's saying the game is going to... Okay, I might be.
I do see your eyeball.
I'm just seeing water.
Yep, let me load up the duck. I see both you guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I am. Yeah.
Excellent, I'm just going to sit on top of this pillar. I'm going to drop Treble Clef somewhere here, though.
Yeah, go ahead and drop your minis. Excuse me. Nice. I like the upgrade.
I can't find Treble. Hang on. There he is.
So you guys are back in the basement of the bakery where you left seemingly days ago, but it's actually been a couple of weeks. The passage of time in the darkness and the cold, and while you were in the temple, seems to have taken longer than you thought. You come back a few days, and you're told the date, and you're kind of surprised that an extra 6 days have passed. It's been about four weeks since you've left.
Great.
You were thinking it was only like 3 weeks or so. All right, so let's get you guys' thoughts on kind of what went down since you've been gone, and what you plan on doing now that you returned, and if you're going to be ready for adventure, right away, or what your plans are for your characters.
Treble is still really freaked out, and I guess concerned about since he has heard stories and the stories that come true. Now he's starting to think like all the other stories that he's gathered and heard and had his parents tell him. He's worried that all of those are gonna come true now, so he's kind of freaked out. I don't know if he's gonna be ready to adventure until his nerves calm down. Maybe if he drinks enough the next week or so, he might be able to. Maybe he'll take up drinking as his as his coping mechanism. He'll be a drunk bard.
Okay, so when I say that time passed in real life from the first adventure we had to now, it's been 3 weeks. Obviously, it took you guys some time to get back to the city, from where you guys were out to, and an extra 6 days have passed beyond what you guys expected to have passed. So the time frame in game to the time frame in real life is going to be roughly similar. Meaning, if you want to continue playing the same character, or if you want your character to take a break, or if you need to take a break, you can do that. And then we'll just find other people to play on the streams, for next week or the next 2 weeks, whatever, while you roll up a new character, or while you have your character have enough time to rest or regather their thoughts, that kind of thing. But if you want to talk about, like Joe just did, what your character is going to be doing if you're not going to be adventuring next week, or if you're going to roll up a new character, or you want somebody else to step in, and play next week, let me know.
Not Talus I'll keep playing Talus. I know what he's going to be, multiple things he wants to do sort of during the next week. I don't know if you want to go into all that now or whatever.
We can discuss that in the group.
Okay.
But you'd like to continue playing him next week?
Yeah, but I mean, if that's an inconvenience for any reason, like you're wanting to go to another locale or something, I can always come up with another character.
Nope, it's nothing like that. It's going to be the same setting on Monday nights for the foreseeable future. So I just want to put it out there for other players.
As for me, I mean, I'm more than willing to continue to play Treble. I do have fun with it to a certain extent, as even though I'm not a huge fan of bards, I like annoying people, so it's cool. I don't have any problem with that. And the other thing is that I know Talus has some healing, but having that extra support healer actually is a good thing. I don't know if I would play anything much different unless the whole group composition changed a lot. But Dan messaged me that he'll keep Stridon. I think he does well with the Paladin.
Okay, so we'll have Treble not be with the group next week. He's probably going to need more than a couple of days to decide if the stories are real and if he's brave enough to continue on. Stridon and Talus, you guys can come back again next week, and we'll have you on, and we'll see about getting another player or two in here. Maybe Bobby will be back. Maybe Bobby will be back. Who knows? And we'll just kind of keep going from there, because we're going to be rotating in new players and keeping some old players, and then it's every week, maybe it's every other week, maybe it's every 3 weeks. But when your character dies, you roll up a new one, and you can come back on as a different character if you want. But we can talk about all that stuff in the Facebook group. So essentially, I've got what your guys' thoughts are so far, and what you guys intend to do with your characters. So Joe, if you're wanting to play next week, you can do that. You'll just need to have a new character ready to go while Treble recovers. And then there is a ceremony that you guys do in this town. Talus, you're aware of this. You probably would tell the others. When a member of the town dies, you use their ash to form in the new mixture for mortar, and you place a stone in the wall. You place a stone in the wall with their initials on the stone. It's kind of a remembrance of the fallen, and it helps to protect the
Okay.
town. You know, as you lose people, their bodies, their loss helps to protect the town.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and
you guys would perform that ceremony for Killith then?
yeah, Talus will definitely do that since you've explained, they burn the bodies and then do that with the brick. And Talus is in a funk, but it's nothing he'll need a lot of time to get. I mean, once he deals with the ceremony and stuff and does a few personal little things, he basically just needs like an hour or two to kind of sit and get his head back together to push ahead, so to speak.
Okay, awesome.
Treble definitely goes to the ceremony, and obviously he's not shy about telling the grand story of Killith and maybe even breaking into a power ballad as he is remembering the one fight that he had with him.
Nice. And of course, Dryden already said he would be back, so I'm assuming he'll participate in the ceremony as well. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna shut down the RVPS, and we can either go to a hangout and talk after stream, or we can shoot the breeze in the Twitch stream if you want. I don't know how that all works, but yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you guys have any shout outs you'd like to give before we close down here.
Nothing I can think of tonight.
My shout out's just for Nathan and Killith, unfortunately. His first death in our Frigid Wastes group, but I thought he played the character really well. And it was nice having somebody jump in and do well. I mean, and the best part of role playing is staying true to the character. So
yes.
I think that's absolutely what he did, and I know he's still getting used to some of the role playing stuff. But I thought he did really, really well, and I just want to encourage him to continue to do more because that was awesome.
Was I correct to understand this was Nathan's first time playing?
Correct.
Definitely 3.5. I know he's done some DMing in the basic fantasy stuff, but definitely,
okay.
Yeah.
But he's never been a player.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's done some DMing things and had some other people around him, but
yeah, he's never been a player in any role-playing game, if I recall correctly. So this is a nice change of pace for him. All right, guys. Being that there's no shout-outs, like I said, I'm going to kill the feed here. Do you guys want to do it on Twitch stream and chat there and see if anyone's left in the stream for us to talk to, or do you want to do a hangout?
Either's fine with me.
All right, well, I'll try to bounce over to the Twitch stream. Just give me a moment. And then if that doesn't work, we'll set up a hangout. I'll bring a Facebook up. Dice&Decks, signing off. Thanks for watching.